Yo guys, what is good? It's your favorite Supreme Leader, Cameron, and as you can see, we're back at it with another video. And this is gonna be episode, well, not really episode 1, but if you're a Christmas noob, because I'm posting this 3 days before Christmas, the video that comes out tomorrow on the Christmas Eve or whatever, so 1 day before Christmas or whatever, I don't know when these are gonna be posted, but it's going to be best build for Christmas noobs in NBA 2K19. So, a lot of you guys are going to be ready to get on 2K and try to dominate the park, you know, as everyone does. So these are going to be the most dominant builds. Now, some of these, I've seen people struggle with playing on. Some of them, they're like a little harder to play with. But these builds, if you can get them down, are the most dominant builds on the park. So let's start off with the most cheesy builds. Has to be a pure shot creator and pure sharpshooters. Now let's just look at these. Now I have seen some people be very bad at these, but they're not a hard build to play with. You may know from my early videos, you may know that on my play shop I carried what was his name? He should be online. Give us a sip. Yo, Legit Objects, that's his name. Legit Objects, I carried him. Same as I Am Izzy. And, you know, they weren't the best at these builds, but they're still insane. Just look at these, right? So you can fade. The main point of this build is to fade. So you get Difficult Shots, Hall of Fame, Meeper Edge Deadeye, Hall of Fame, Tyler Scorer, Hall of Fame. So you can zigzag, you don't really have to worry about your stamina. When you're fading, it's green, so you're not going to get too much contest because you're mid-range Deadeye. Someone survived into party. But corner specialist gold, catch and shoot gold, acrobat gold, up and under specialist gold, free throw ace gold. So this means you can catch and shoot from the corner 100% of the time. You're a very consistent catch and shoot 3-pointer. You got a very nice inside layup as you get acrobat gold, up and under specialist gold, which means you're good in the post. And combine that with Difficult Shots Hall of Fame, you can fade as well, very well. So that's a very deadly combo. If you can fade and go up and under, then you get your silver. All these badges silver. Do we even need to go through these? Deep range Deadeye silver, so you're going to be shooting threes from anywhere. Same as limitless range silver is also a very good badge. Now you're not going to be shooting from half court, but you know, if you're a couple of steps back from the 3-point line, it doesn't really matter. Same if you got a lightly contest. A lot of those are going to go in as well. You get Lob City Finisher Silver, Relentless Finisher Silver, Drop Stepper Silver, so you get 3 inside badges there just to make you even more versatile. You even get Ankle Break Silver, One Man Fast Break, and Quick Reflexes, so you'll be playing a little bit of defense. And then for the bronze badges, you get Posterizer, Putback King, Post Spin Technician, Flashy Passer, Pick and Roll Maestro, Lob City Passer, Dimer, and Charge Guard. So you're just a really good all-round build. Now let's move on to 3-point shooting. Now you want to go shooting guard for shot curator because you don't get all those gold shooting badges if you go point guard. So go shooting guard. Now for the shot creator, I would go 6'8". Other people say otherwise. I would go to what suits your play style. Just remember, with all these builds, it's just however you want to play. You can dominate any way you want to. It's just however you want to play. But now we're going to move on to the pure sharpshooter, 99 3-point shot. I think you get 99. You get 99 and 90 overall, and just like the second bar to 90. I have no clue, but you get it around there. So you get the 5 Hall of Fame shooting badges, corner specialist, deep range Deadeye, limitless range, catch and shoot. You get even mid range Deadeye, so you know you're not going to be missing too much, unless you just can't time your shot. Obviously, if you can time your shot, you will green 100% of the time. I promise you. It's if you get an 86 ball control, 2K will make it so that there's a little point in your jump shot where it's green 100% of the time if you're open. Obviously, if you have 99, so that window is bigger. And you're just going to make more shots even if they're not green. Your defense is not good, but this is a really good build, especially on the 2v2s. I've noticed a lot of people use them on 3v3s because 3s are worth more than 2s, so you're very, very valuable on the 3v3s court. But on the 2v2s, you can just cheese on the inbound, just run left to right, catch and shoot 3, and you can finish games very quickly by doing that. Now, is there any other builds that are really worth mentioning at shooting guard? I mean, I guess there's the pure playmaker. Now, I like this build for Pro-Am with the Hall of Fame dimer and stuff. But ankle, you get Hall of Fame ankle breaker, but this is not really the most effective build. This is the passing and ball handling, 3-point shooting, which is a very, very good build. Now you're just very all-rounded. Look at these gold badges. But as I said, these two builds aren't like the cheesiest. You can run around people, and you're kind of versatile, but you're not going to be fully dominant because you're not going to be hitting 100% of your shots. Obviously the slasher is a good build, but it's not properly meta, it's not properly dominant in the park. Because if you're a good defender, you can stop a slasher. Especially if you're a lockdown, slasher isn't going to be scoring on you too much. I'm personally a lockdown defender. The shooting guard lockdown is a good build if you want to go lockdown, but you don't get gold rim protector, but instead you get gold corner specialist. I think that's pretty good. You only get bronze rim protector. So now moving on, they're really the best guard builds to be cheesy on the park. Small forward is kind of irrelevant this year, so we're not moving on to the power forwards. And at the beginning of the game, I said that pure post scorer power forward was a good build, and I'm sorry, I kind of got that wrong. It's still a good build, but it's definitely not the cheesiest build, just because your height isn't all there. But the cheesiest build in the game, this is hands down the most dominant cheesy build in the game, is the pure how did I forget it? Pure stretch big, my bad. Now as you can see, they get Deep Road Jedi Hall of Fame, Pick and Popper Hall of Fame, Catch and Shoot Hall of Fame, and Free Throw Ace Hall of Fame. And then you get corner, limitless range, Tyler Scorer, up and under specialist, and quick reflexes gold. So you'll be playing good passing line defense because you got gold quick reflexes. And you're big, so you can go into the paint, and when you get fouled on Pro-Am, you get Hall of Fame free throw ace. Pick and Popper is a deadly badge. Everyone be sleeping on the pick and pops. If you're running with a playmaker, if you're running with a pure playmaker, I mean, you don't have to be, but if you're running with someone with a good level of dimer, and you run pick and pop, they got their Hall of Fame dimer or gold dimer, and you got Deep Range Deadeye Hall of Fame plus Catch and Shoot Hall of Fame, you're not going to be hitting a lot of contested shots. Trust me, that is a very common lineup you see on the 2v2s, and they just get bailed out. They just hit heavily contested shots on my lockdown. It don't matter. But even without that, you're just a godly build. You can just pull up in people's faces, but most of the time it will be open because you got Deep Range Jedi Hall of Fame, and you're 7 foot tall. A lot of people go 7 foot or 6'11". You don't have to decide for yourself. And a lot of people go minimum wingspan, just for you know. Also, I know a lot of people if you want to look at my channel, I'm a small forward lockdown. I do find this build very nice. I find it very effective, but I've only played on that build. Now, a lot of you might not want to make a lockdown, but if you do, I would go small forward, 6'10". Yeah, I'd go small forward, 6'10". You see, you're just the best defensive. You're the best like help archetype. Now, I like playing, if you're going to make a pure lockdown, 6'10", I like to play with a stretch big that is taller than you, so then you are guarding the guard, and that really cancels out a lot of lineups if they try to run an athletic finisher at point guard. A lot of lineup people do that now. They run 2 centers and they try to run an athletic finisher at point guard, so that the point guard just gets crushed by them, and then they run a stretch at center. So you kind of shut down that lineup. You do struggle against the sharpshooting glass cleaner just because you can't get a board, but you're still on the sharpshooter or the stretch big, so that's definitely gonna help. Like, just they're not gonna be able to make too many shots. So now for the centers. Now, centers are more support builds. I feel like it's important to have one of these on your team. Like, you can't really run a lineup of all stretches and stuff. Like, if you run a lineup of all stretches and sharps, you're not going to be good, but it's just going to be hard for you to get open because, you know, no one's going to have a very good screen. No one's like, you're all shooters, which is insane if you know what you're doing. Like, I know a lot of people will run, I know a lot of people, popular lineup for comp is people run a playmaking sharp, so the point guard can shoot and whatever. They run a stretch big, and then they run a sharpshooting defender. Now that is a godly threes lineup because all of you can shoot. The sharpshooting defender can do something. The stretch is obviously a stretch. But for a lot of you people, you're not going to be running those lineups that are that sweaty. But I like glass cleaners are a really good build to have on your team. Because once they get takeover, they can see everything on the court. You get Hall of Fame hustle rebounder, Hall of Fame brick wall. For all these center builds, I would go 7'3", maximum weight. You get posterizer silver, pick and roll silver, relentless finisher silver, defensive stopper silver, chase down artist silver. Also, our post scorer is good for the 1v1 court. If you want to play, just dominate the 1v1 court, you could either go pure post, or you could go shot creating post. That's another really good build that people underrate a lot. And you could also go driving and finishing post scoring if you're really just trying to dunk on everyone. Also with the rebounding, you could also go rebounding, driving and finishing. That's also a good build. I would not go a two-way rebounder just because I think defending first, rebounding secondary is still so much better. You see, you get 6 Hall of Fame badges still. You get defensive stopper, rim protector, charge card, chase down artist, bruiser, and brick wall Hall of Fame. You still get a hustle rebounder on gold, and you get lob city finisher on gold. You get posterizer silver. You see, he's just a big body. You're so much better defensively, and you still get a gold hustle rebounder. So you're still definitely going to be able to dominate. You still get a very high rebounds. As you can see, you get, how many bars is that? I don't even know. 5 out of 17 is whatever. What other builds is there? Athletic finishes. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be tempted to make athletic finishes. Now, I would actually make you an athletic finisher. I forgot about this one. So, this build is terrible. I'm going to be straight up with you. At 7'3" center, you just miss out on so much. I think it's a good build, but you're not going to be having as much fun as if you went to power forward. So, athletic finishes. I reckon that athletic finishers are a valid build on NBA 2K19 just because they can do so much more than a slasher. Like, you're big, you can play defense, you're fast, you can switch onto guards, really. And then you're just so much bigger, you can get rebounds, you can dominate the paint truly, instead of just running in and hoping you get a contact dunk, but sometimes you get heavily contested layups. A lot of those heavily contested layups are going to go in more, but I would not go a pure athletic finisher. You can see here, they get insane badges, but if you go to rebounding, you only lose 1 badge and you become so much more versatile. You see, you still get the main badges, you still get Lob City Finisher Hall of Fame, Relentless Finisher Hall of Fame, Posterizer Hall of Fame, but your pick and roller does go down by 1, but you get Gold Hustle Rebounder instead. And if you go 6'11", you get every contact dunk animation other than the small contact dunk animation, obviously. You get all the 3 elite packages or whatever, and you get all the alley-oops. You don't get all the dunks, obviously, but you get all the big man dunks, and you get most of the, like, wing gut dunks and everything. So you're definitely going to be dominant on this build. So that's all the builds that I would really make. Other than that, I wouldn't really worry about too much else. But if I missed anything, comment that down below. If you're going to make one of these builds, comment which one you're going to make down below. If you just got the game for Christmas, comment that down below. And if you enjoyed the video, if this video helps you at all, leave a like and subscribe. And I'm out. See ya.